Hello and welcome back to Wild Adventures, Valdosta, Georgia. We are here for the Great Pumpkin Illumination Night. So we are going to walk into the park now and have a look around. It looks a lot different than it did last year. I remember the pumpkin carving is right over here, so we will walk in here and have a look around. Last year it was pretty amazing. We have all the pumpkins up here. This is really going to look cool at night.
On your right side.
It's pretty amazing that one man carved all this.
Oh my gosh, this is so nice. Yeah, but like,
it's pretty amazing. If you hadn't been here to see it, I highly recommend coming out and checking it out. It's amazing. I wish I could zoom in on each one of them so you guys could see all of them, but it would take forever. So I'll just try to do a slow walk through. I think there may be more than there were last year. It is pretty amazing. Like I said, if you hadn't been here, you should come and check it out. So they've changed this area since last year. Last year there were 3 large pumpkins blown up. They're still pumping pumpkin spice smell into the air, which is pretty cool if you like pumpkin spice. Here are some of the decorations by the petting zoo entrance. It's pretty cool. So they moved the big spider this year. It was on the other side of the water fountain. This is one of my favorites. I love this big spider. I would love to have this in my yard. This is the brand new land. I've not been here at night and seen this, so it'll be interesting to see what they've done in here for Halloween. But it looks pretty cool at dusk. I see they've moved the snake over here for this area for this year. So that's pretty cool. I always thought the snake was cool looking. So last year these stacked pumpkins were back in the dinosaur area, and they've moved them in front of the Ferris wheel, which really looks cool with the orange lights. They really go well together. It's a good job on moving those over here for this year in this new area. I'll be eager to see what they've put in place of it back in the dinosaur area this year. The Ferris wheel looks really good at night. So now we'll be entering Oasis Outpost, and we'll see how they've decorated it for this year. It looks like there's some vendors out selling merch. Hey!
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are y'all doing?
Good.
Yeah, they've got quite a bit of Christmas merch out over there. It's pretty cool. I think they added more pumpkins up above the ledge at the pizza paradise over there. Here is the Light Up the Night dance party. I guess it's a photo op, so you can get your picture taken with the pumpkins. We are at the Foggy Forest, and I think it's a little more foggy than it was last year for sure. It's really cool looking. I know that they play music and the lights go to the music. That's not happening right now. Maybe we can catch that later on before we leave. But when the lights are going to the music, it's pretty awesome looking. I mean, it's pretty awesome looking right now, but when the light show's going on, it's really cool. There's definitely more fog than there was last year. At the end of the Foggy Forest is a trick-or-treat area for the little ones. There's definitely more fog. There's definitely more decorations than last year. So that should be more fun. I just walked by one of the fog machines and they've actually ran it through a tube this year and stretched it the whole length instead of it just dispersing out of one area. It's coming out this long tube. It's really a nice effect. Here is this year's foam party. It looks pretty fun. I'm not getting in there. It definitely looks like the kids are having a good time in there. They really did a good job on the fog this year. I know I've said it several times, but there is way more fog than last year. It's really cool. I'm really loving this. This is pretty cool. I don't remember this from last year. It is a hay maze for little ones. Looks pretty fun. If it was a little bit taller, I would definitely go in there and check it out. It looks pretty fun. Here's the tunnel of lights from across the lake. It looks pretty awesome. We're gonna walk over there and walk through it. And over here you can see water's edge. So I almost walked right past this. If you're walking around behind the lake towards the twinkling tunnel, right before the gift shop at the back of the lake, this little area that they've decorated is sitting here. And it's pretty cool looking. I'm glad I didn't miss it. So the scene that I just showed you guys is from the railroad. And apparently they decorated all around the railroad track, little scenes like the one I just showed you. But it's a pretty big long line right now, so I'm not gonna have time to ride it this visit. But we are about to walk through the twinkling tunnel right now. Last year there was a really bright spotlight shining on it. It looks much better this year. Let me turn the camera around. That's pretty cool. And here's another scene of the park from across the lake. Water's edge with the Ferris wheel. There's Big Shot from the movie Zombieland. That was the name of the movie this park was in. The Ferris wheel looks a lot like it did in Zombieland. Here's a shot of the Ferris wheel from across the lake, reflecting into the lake. Very beautiful. I wanted to walk back here at dark and get another shot of the stacked pumpkins. I couldn't remember what they were earlier, but they're actually sunflowers. And they look really cool in front of the Ferris wheel. It's almost like they match the light colors. And I think this Ferris wheel is this color year round, but it really works for Halloween for sure. Here we are back at my favorite decoration, the big spider. I really love this. This is definitely my favorite out of all the decorations in the park. Again, I would love to have this in my front yard. Here we are at the big blow-up pumpkins again. It still smells like pumpkin spice. Quite nice. Just in time for a big blast in the face. Very cool.
Why did you let... Oh, sorry.
Okay, that's going to do it for this video from Wild Adventures for Great Pumpkin LumiNights. It was a lot of fun. We'll be coming back several times this year, so we'll be posting more videos. But I just wanted to get out here and post this video. This is technically the second night. They were open last night, but I think it was like a preview night. There were a lot of people here. It was a lot of fun. There's a new general manager at the park, and I can already tell there's been a lot of changes in the park. It looks like the ride operations are working better, and just little small things throughout the park. So it looks like next year is going to be a good year here. But until the next time, don't forget to get out there and keep exploring.